My husband almost unalived our cat while I was out of town. Sometimes I feel like I'm speaking a different language when it comes to my husband. I stressed to him in detail how to give Frosty, our 8-year-old cat, his daily dose of joint medication while I was on a business trip for a week. Come to find out, I get a frantic call from my husband halfway through my trip that the cat is lethargic and unresponsive to human behavior and that he must have done something wrong while prescribing Frosty his medication. How on earth did I find such an ignorant guy? We first adopted Frosty 3 years into dating. I like to think of the cat as a symbol of our relationship as we've both worked hard to maintain his lifestyle, support him, and overall keep him alive as responsible cat parents. He's a loving, fun, and energetic cat who has been there with us through thick and thin, and if something were to happen to him I'd honestly lose my mind. I've always considered how well my husband and I have been able to take care of Frosty as a great example of how well we'd be able to take care of a human baby one day. That is, until recently. Right after we got married, we discovered that Frosty has osteoarthritis and that he had to put on a daily medication to ease his pain and promote mobility. This was fine, as we both have jobs that make enough money to be able to support Frosty being medicated. Because my husband can sometimes be absent-minded and too caught up in his video games or watching TV, I'm always the one to be giving Frosty his medication. I've been working at a very prestigious law firm for almost a year now, and this is the first time I've been able to attend their annual meeting in Seattle, whereas attending looked good for me professionally and gave me a leg up in the company. I was super excited to attend. However, I was also stressed because I knew I'd be gone for a week and it would be up to my husband to take care of Frosty. He's been capable thus far into Frosty's time with us, however, he's never had to medicate him. The day before my trip I told my husband Frosty's medication procedure in detail, such as what the bottle looked like, where it was located, and how many pills to give him. My husband nodded a few times as if to understand everything I just told him, but clearly he was too preoccupied by the TV, something I should have known by now. It was 3 days into my trip and I got a frantic call from my husband telling me how bad of a state Frosty was in, and that he has no idea what happened or how he got so sick. I panicked and took an emergency flight home that night, only to find out that the reason why Frosty was so sick is because my husband was giving him 2 pills of human aspirin the past 3 days instead of his joint medication. Shocked at how he was still alive and breathing, we rushed Frosty to a 24-hour emergency vet where they had to flush his stomach of toxins, hydrate him, and basically watch him over the next 24 hours. Luckily, Frosty is alive and well today, and I can't even believe that I almost lost him because of my husband's ignorance. My husband expressed to me how sorry he is and how he should have paid more attention, but I'm not even sure if I can forgive him. I couldn't even attend my company's meeting because of how early I had to come home, and this whole situation just makes me worry about my husband possibly being trusted with a human baby one day. I mean, sure, a human baby is a lot different from a cat, but at this point I wouldn't even trust my husband with a goldfish.